Hey everybody, it's Keith with the L1 Automotive Training Channel. In today's Tech Question Quickie, we answer your questions about industry, tooling, equipment, a broken car, whatever you got. So send all your questions to TechQuestions at L1Training.com and we'll answer them here. Today's question is from Brian. Brian says, Keith, I'm a relatively new tech. I've been doing this for about a year, and I'm fascinated by the electrical and programming side of the industry. I would like to take my career into a diagnostician, programmer direction rather than the traditional line work. Is there any advice you could give me on how to get there? I'm currently working as a tech at an independent shop in Austin area, and I don't get much chance to diag or program. Thanks for your help. All right, Brian, hopefully if you're at a shop that allows you to do this, I would see if you could get with one of the technicians that does do the diagnostic work and see if you can work with him. So this kind of depends upon your manager, owner, how he pays you. If you're flat rate, he's looking for a certain level of productivity out of you, but he also isn't paying you unless you're making flat rates. So you've got to look at what kind of investment you have time-wise at work. Can you take time out of your day to go work with one of the diag guys, shadow him, just have him talk out loud while he's doing his work, and see if that helps? Some guys are not good at teaching, so maybe you don't have a tech there that does that. If that's the case, you're on your own for learning. Remember, there's tons of free training online, like CTI Online has a ton of free videos. I think WorldPack, Opus IVS, all of them put out training videos over all this pandemic stuff. They're able to put out videos for free. So there's tons of material out there for free. Then there's paid material. There's Paul Danner has Scanner Danner Premium on his website. I have my training, L1Training.com. It's like $20 a month. We have over 100 hours of diag training. It's diag, electrical, network communication, programming, all that stuff. All the stuff you're interested in. So my training is geared directly towards that. But if you're kind of newer in the industry, you may want to take some more not remedial, and not beginner. That's what I don't like about this. I think everyone could benefit from a basic electrical class. Every time I get a chance, I take one. I learn something every time. So if you're a technician and you think you don't need basic electrical, you're wrong. You need to take it, especially if you think you don't. So unfortunately, those guys that think they don't need to take training, nothing I can do for them. Those of you that know you would like to be better, take training. That's what I do. I do probably almost 100 hours of training a year, just sitting in a classroom or sitting online and listening to an instructor, and that's what you've got to do. So if you can, shadow someone that works at your shop. If not, think about moving to another shop that does provide you that opportunity. Take all the in-class training you can. If you have CTI or the CarQuest Technical Institute around you, if they do classes, I know they do. If you're in the Austin area, I know one of the instructors that does work down there. That you can get with your local Advanced Auto Parts, and when that training starts up again, it's going online right now. They're doing training every week right now, I think. Do training with WorldPack. Do training with whoever you can. You can go to AVI online, and you can purchase pre-recorded training stuff. Some of it's a little older, so just kind of vet it of what you think might be a relative subject. If the video quality looks really low, like from the screenshots, it's probably an older video, maybe out of date, especially on subjects like programming. That stuff changes all the time. I'm updating that video like every couple months. I mean, shoot, I haven't done an update video on it in about 3 months, and it's really far behind. I've got 3 updates. I've got a Nissan update, a Chrysler update, and a GM update, all that have to go on the site that I'm working on right now. I'm working on redoing their videos right now. It's ever changing. My book has like the programming class I've done. I've printed the book off, and it's behind. Like I printed it off to do a class coming up in a few months, and that book is already out of date. So there's slides that are newer than the book already. So it's one of those things where that kind of stuff updates all the time. So you have to continually be in training. That's all I can tell you, man. Is you're gonna have to put your nose to the grindstone and do it. And there's lots of stuff you can read on your own. Practice on known good cars, looking at scan data. Next time you get a chance when the shop closes down, if you can stay afterwards, ask to borrow the shop scan tool or that Diag Tech scan tool and see if he could be there with you. Be like, hey man, I just want to look at this car, look at the known good readings, look at what the mass airflow does when I snap throttle, look at what O2 sensors look like when I hold RPM and then let off and go on a decel. Look at what these signals look like on normal cars. Start looking at hundreds of not broken cars, just looking at lines of data. What does it look like at idle? What does it look like at wide open throttle? What does it look like accelerating during decel, snap throttle? Understanding what each of these inputs are doing for the PCM in order for it to make its decisions, and you'll start to recognize when there's a problem what looks out of place. I talk about that a lot, but that's what it takes. It's time and dedication. There's no pill you can take or quick book you can read or single class you can take that will jump you 5 years in time, but each class should give you an aha moment. So that's all I can tell you, man. Just put some time into it. I really hope you succeed at this. It's a really fun side of the industry, the electrical and programming and all that. It's really cool being the guy that people call out to come look at when there's a problem. I enjoy it a lot. It makes the day very different. There are days that test my patience where I wish I could just put a set of ball joints in, though. But you know what? That's all part of it. So, again, Brian, thank you so much for your question. I really wish you the best of luck in this industry. This industry has been good to me. It's not the best industry, but it's very rewarding. It's very, very rewarding. So, all right, guys, if you've got questions like Brian, send all your questions to TechQuestions@l1training.com, and we'll get your questions answered. See you next time.